Okay, that's their whole board then, right? Okay, so we'll get back to Zenith now. That was massive. We do sack this guy, sadly. We'll get back to Zenith. And that was a crazy turn. Hello and welcome back to the Edge of Eternities early access event. We got 24 hours. Actually, now we have like 3 hours left to play with these cards and hopefully help you guys figure out what to craft on day one. For this next deck, we're going to try out some Orzhov Sacrifice, which I don't usually do a whole lot of. This deck was pretty terrible so long as the mono red Rain and double strike trample was true. It was really hard to chump block, but now that that's gone, this might actually be much better than it was. So here are some new cards we're trying out. Number one, I only have one of these in there, but it is very cool for sure, and that is going to be the Sothera, the Super Void. 2 black and a black for a legendary enchantment and mythic rare. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent chooses a creature they control and exiles it. At the beginning of your end step, if a player controls no creatures, sack Sothera, then put a creature card exiled with it onto the battlefield under your control with 2 additional +1/+1 counters. So turns all of our sack stuff into auto removal for the opponent, and when they have nothing left, we get back the biggest creature, either ours or theirs, I believe, to our side with 2+1 counters. Seems pretty cool. Only throwing 1 in there, you know. There'll be board states where you play this and you can't pull off your sack stuff and you're sad, but when it all comes together, you'll be pretty happy. We're also trying out the Faller's Faithful, a 3-mana 3/1 human wizard. When this creature enters, destroy up to 1 other target creature, either your creature or their creature. If that creature wasn't dealt damage this turn, its controller draws 2 cards. So if you use it on your own creature that hasn't dealt damage this turn, you just straight up sack it and draw 2 cards. And you know, if you're running that with Infestation Sage or the Nezumi Linebreaker, you get another creature out of it. If you use it on your opponent's creature, you could kill their 10/10 giant creature. They would draw 2 if it hasn't been dealt damage. Or you could attack first, they eat one of your 1/1s and it's been dealt a little bit of damage, and then you just kill it and they get nothing. So pretty interesting, doubles as a removal spell. I think for that reason, you know, I was actually going to run some worthy cost. I was worried we wouldn't have enough removal, but I think this is fine. I think we'll throw in back some Dark Confident and Time Color. And this guy too. The other new card we have is the Seer Vondam Sunstar Exemplar. 2-mana 2/2 Vigilance and Menace, Human Knight, legendary. Whenever another creature you control dies or is put into exile, put a +1 counter on Sir Vondam and you gain a life. When Sir Vondam dies or is put into exile while its power is 4 or greater, destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent. There's another pseudo removal spell in there if we can scale it up. And then the last removal spell is Tragic Trajectory. Target creature gets -2/-2 till end of turn. Void, if a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn, you give it -10/-10. So we do have Trajectory, Sir Vondam, and the Faithful as potential removal spells, plus a single Sothera on top. Then we got Sephiroth. The last of the new creatures is the Timeline Color, a black and a black for a 2/2 haste, but you can cast this card from your graveyard using its warp ability. So you can warp it in for 1, and then on end step it's exiled, and then you could cast it again, and if it dies, it goes to the graveyard, then you can warp it in for 1. So this is kind of an infinite sack fodder type thing that you can pair with other stuff. And then I am going to throw one of these guys in the mana base just for fun. Susur Secundi, Void Altar, a mythic rare land planet. Enters tapped, you can make black. It's a station, you pay 1 and a black to tap it, and pay 2 life, sack a creature, draw cards equal to the sacked creature's power, only as a sorcery. We would have to invest a lot to get 12 charge counters on it, but it is possible to do. And it's fun, and it's a new card. And we got the Godless Shrine as well. So yeah. It's I'm not really a big sacrifice deck guy because it hasn't been good in standard for so long, but I am, you know, give this a go. The play pattern is a little bit unusual to me, I would say. So hopefully we can sort this out just fine. Constructed best of 1. All right. Resign. I was playing around. I don't know if I'll publish this video or not. I was playing around with a white, a mono white ramp into, instead of Ugin, ramp into the Endstone, a new card. It was okay. It was all right. It was what it was. Okay, let's play some Sacrifice. Hopefully there are people queuing up. Yeah, there are 3 hours left in the event. I should probably do a lot more videos. This is a weird event. I feel like I played a lot of decks I didn't really like that much. So I have footage, but I'm not like crazy about it. We're on the draw. Looks pretty good. Good enough, certainly. We have no way to sack stuff for the Vondam yet. Looking a little mirror-esque here. Hello, friend. So I think if we warped the time color, we would trigger Servant him next turn. No, only on end step. That's interesting. Dies or is put into exile. Do the tokens die on end step? Sack them, I guess so. So maybe we go voice here as well. And then Vond him next turn. And then attack all, and hopefully we get double triggers off that. Could also warp in the time color. Okay. It's a little bit awkward because if he does have, I think we got no blocks here because he has the -2/-2. We actually want to keep our creature around. So you can just have all of this. Drop to 15. Sephiroth, sack a creature. Okay. It is in fact the mirror. Down to 14. Lose another life. We're on the draw. Alright. Let's see if we can do anything a little bit better here. So I think it's this guy. And I guess attack all button. Try to gain a bunch of life. Could leave back one line breaker to chump block the Sephiroth, maybe. Could be okay. He's gonna eat the victory. Sure. Eats the victor here. I think I think these two die and the color will go into exile. So I think we'll get a good amount of life triggers. Let's see if this works. Yep, trigger. Fortunately, Sephiroth also popping off. And we have a 5/5? We have a 6/6. It's not the world's worst turn. If they just kill it, and then we're pretty sad. Okay, can sack another creature. Alright. That's not the end of the world here. They do attack into the 6/6. And the Voice of Victory. Okay, draw a card. Definitely take this block. They probably have backup Sephiroth. Sack the 1/1, surveil. Yeah. We need the Sephiroth gone, because it's draining us out pretty hard. Oh, they sacked that creature too. They're going to raise the past next turn. Okay. They're about to raise the past. Okay, well then we just lose, probably. Not sure that's really... Oh, they have flying, wow. Okay. That was a lot. I don't really know if we come back from that. We don't have any way to fly. It dies or exile. Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot we can do here. We can attack. Yeah, we just can't deal with the flyer, and we can't gain enough life to offset this. We need this card to die, actually. When this creature dies or is put into exile, we have no way to accomplish that. So that's game. It just does not matter what we do here. It's Vigilance too. Vigilance and Menace is a good card. Okay, we'll just shock ourselves in. I don't think we get past the 5/5 flyer there. Okay, that's alright. It's okay. We'll try again. I think deck is fine. Much better if you're the one on the play. Alright, let's go again. Just released the mono white video. Let's see what that one's doing. Deck was feeling pretty solid. Okay, on the play, Dark Confidant. We got the Sothera Super Void in hand, which is kind of cool. Land, 1 drop. Shock in the attacks. We pay 2 if you do create a 2/2 robot. Okay. I guess they could trade if they want. No. So next turn we can play the Faithful and sack the Line Breaker and then draw 2. Or we could play it really slow. I think it's Dark Covenant. Don't have any white, so I think that is the play here. Attack first. Could destroy their creature, have them draw 2. We obviously do not want to do that. Chainsaw revs up. Draw 2. We hit the Sacer Secundi. We also had a white land. Mighty Corn. Okay. We really need the Sothera now. I mean, that has got to be the next play. Unless we follow up next turn. If we play Sir Vondham and Voice, and we attack with Voice, and we Super Void, they're screwed. If we play it now, they don't have any good attacks. Yeah, I think we set up the Voice of Victory here, I guess. Oh, Fastland, my bad. Fastland. I was thinking it was the new Shockland. Alright, well, we have no choice then. This is going to come in tapped either way. That was the new Shockland. +1/+0 only as a sorcery. We don't really want to block this turn, though, which is interesting. I think we'll just chill. I think we really want Sothera down. Bunny Corn again. We want to eat this, because next turn life gets way better. So no blocks here. Reliquary, they burn it now, which is huge, because they don't take the Sothera. Okay, I think we have to play this now. We have to at least make their attacks more awkward. Also, we don't actually want to block with both, because then we sack Sothera, right? So we actually only want to block with one of these. We want to play more creatures. Tight on white. Creature dies. Warp does not die. If they do nothing, we're super happy. Then we Voice of Victory. Attack with a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. They also make the 2/2. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10 is rough, right? If we only do this block, they lose like a 2/2, and then next turn we have 3 blocks. They make another 2/2 though. I mean, I think we have to do it this way. I don't think we can lose Sothera yet, but we also just might lose. Very likely lose, I think. So they get a very easy sack here. Drop to 3. They just sack like a 2/2 or something. It's also a token that we can't even get back with Sothera. Sephiroth. Tight on black too. Okay, this might be enough to survive. So now we have 3 blocks. They'll have 4 damage through. They'll have 3 damage through, but we'll gain life as well off a number of different sources. What with stick for 2 mana? They can also Rust Harvest and like exile the chainsaw from the graveyard and kill something else. Maybe we're just dead here. Okay. It's a decline. We go block, block. Chainsaw, maybe that's lethal now? Yeah, that's probably lethal now. Let's sack another creature. Just barely lethal. It's down to a 4/4. We have no ability to gain one more life. Alright. Okay. Alright. You don't win them all. Okay. Alright. Lovely. Let's go again. One guy in the comments is really mad that I drink water sometimes during my videos because, I don't know, I get thirsty because I'm a human and not an animal. I guess animals get thirsty too. He said he was going to stop following me or like stop watching my content because I drink water, which is okay. If you have to do that to be happy, then you should do it. I cannot help you with your sickness inside. Market gnome. That's not good. Well, we don't know. We don't know what kind of artifacts. Boros artifacts. Feels like that thing must die, right? That's like the whole combo or something. I guess we could warp in the time color. But I think we'd rather just play this guy. Get him for 1 point of damage. Whenever a non-token artifact you control enters, create a colorless artifact named Munitions. When this creature leaves the battlefield, deals 2 damage to any target. Okay. So I think we could start Sephirothing here. Our drawing cards. No attacks. It's fine. I'd be happy to hit some more land if we could. What's the top? Rust Harvester. Card feels legit. There's no artifacts down there yet, though. Okay. I guess we can sack the stage here. Okay, block there. Put an artifact in the graveyard for the Rust Harvester. So next turn it could deal 2 damage to something, but all of our key stuff is a little bit bigger than that. So if we warp right now, it exiles, then we gain a life off of this. Which I think is fine, maybe? I know that's weird, but I think it's fine. So they both get exiled, and that triggers the Serve on him. It just scales up a little bit bigger, which is maybe good against Boros, depending on what kind of removal they have. Yeah, I guess that's fine. I mean, we net even on the life game with both these guys out. So they need a way to sack these artifacts, right? They can deal 2... No, they don't have mana. Very weird right now. I don't know if we need Dark Confidant or not. feel like these attacks are going pretty well here. Just like this. Sack any number of other creatures. Draw that many cards. We don't need too many cards this turn, I would say. I think we can sack one of these. Another land is fine. I thought we had more stuff we'd want to play, but we already used most of our mana this turn anyway. Okay, easy chump. 6 and 1. He's got menace. Okay, almost lethal. Might even miss lethal there. We can do our same trick again. We just keep warping this guy in. Exiles. Servandum grows. We pay 2 life to do it, but we go up 1 off the Servandum. And now basically a single attack off Sephiroth does it. Carrot cake, get back some life, okay. Market Gnome returns. Rest Harvester comes down. Where's Victory's good? One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We should have just lethal in the air, right? I think we're good to go then. I think you just sack every other creature, right? Hit him for 5 in the air. Whenever another creature dies, okay. Now they lose, what, 6 life? And we hit for 5 in the air, too. That was cool. I never actually played Sephiroth. I don't think I even played him during the last early access. Destroy 1 non-land permanent. Okay, sure. Hopefully it doesn't trigger anything. Whew. That was nice. That was really nice. Alright, I like that. That was more fun than the last 2 games. One wood. The killer. The killer. On the draw, looks okay. We can sack some stuff to the faithful. Either the Sage or a Voice of Victory token. Honeymoon's discard. I don't know if we need big removal spells versus them. I kind of think the sack fodder will be better in the long run. Pixie, pick it up, put it back down. We can ditch a starting town here. That's okay with me. Okay, just you. No attacks. Alright, and then we can sack the Sage. Oh, they attack here. Oh, they play blue as well. Let's see what else they got. Zenith, the 2/4. Still, we can attack with the Voice of Victory. And then sack one of those tokens. Or just kill the Zenith. That's interesting. What do you think is a more important use of our energy here? We can either kill the Zenith and they draw no cards. Or we can sack like our 1/1 and we draw 2 cards. The double spell starts to put counters on stuff, which is a little bit of an issue. So maybe we just kill their thing. I'm really tempted to just draw 2 cards on our side. I think I'm just gonna draw on our side. We just have no gas after this, right? Okay, Sothera, looking cute. That makes their life awful. We attack with everything next turn, basically. They just can't block anymore. The Zenith will make them 1/1 to sack, though. So we'll see if they pick 1/1 fodder or... Alright, spell number 1. Take the voice. Then spell number 2. No blocks here. What else we got? Flash in the keyring or something? Not sure. Opponent thinking big time here. What else would you want to play before damage resolves? It's pretty weird, right? I have no idea. Opponent has no idea either. Nobody's got any idea. Hopefully the game isn't bugged out. This is weird, right? I don't really know what's going on there. Alright, so they have nowhere to run. Okay, they're going to double spell before damage to get the +1 counter potentially, but instead they just get the 1/1s instead. This is back. This is a pretty good counter to Sothera. I think we go Sephiroth instead. A little bit of drain could matter. Get another blocker down. But Sothera only works if they run out of cards. If they can double spell and continue to create 1/1s, it's not so good. Hopefully they don't have too many more double spells left. This could definitely be a good pixie card. They do nothing here. Very suspicious. Attack, sack a creature, lose the Sephiroth. I think we want to try to get both these next guys down first. And then drop Sothera, if we can. I don't see any stick there. I'm not really sure what the opponent has in hand. I think attacks get better next turn with Sothera. Alright, let's see if we can get them to sack their whole board. That's a sack 3. These guys are good to go as well. I mean, that's 5, right? That would be their whole board. We'll at least get 3 of them. Let's try this. Okay, that's their whole board then, right? Okay. And then if we get back Pixie, I don't think we need to do that. Okay, so we'll get back to Zenith now. That was massive. We do sack this guy, sadly. We'll get back to Zenith. And that was a crazy turn. Put us down to 7 off that. Very interesting. Talent. Nothing in the graveyard to get back. Good game. Out. Out of here. That was a huge turn for us. They did kind of whiff, though. I guess they had, like, a talent and a land in hand or something, because they didn't do anything for a whole turn cycle. I think I'm glad we sacked our own creature for the card draw. We could have killed their Zenith, but, man, I felt like we had nothing to do. We were just going to be top decking lands and sack fodder, and might not have worked out that well. So far, every game I've played against Jim Davis this weekend has been extremely long and boring. And it has nothing to do with him. It's just, I don't know what kind of decks. I guess he's been playing lots of like artifact decks that you sack like a 1/1 here and there. We'll see what he's playing now. Keep. Go line breaker, voice, attack, into Servant him. Creatures die, get the triggers. Got the shrine. All right. We are on the draw again. Plots? What is this card? Dust Animus. Control 5 or more untapped lands. Creature enters with 2 counters on it. Okay, they're trying to double spell here, I guess, is the point of this. So they could go right into the Zenith. So we can attack all. Hopefully they block like the line breaker or something. There's a Zenith. We can pull off Tragic Trajectory. They get to double spell immediately though, is the whole point of that. Did we throw away the Voice of Victory is the question. Into the Dust Animus isn't super attractive, but it is a option. They don't have to block this guy. This guarantees we kill the Zenith though, which may be important. And we get a lot of triggers on the Vondham, so maybe it's worth it. Okay, double block you is okay. Doesn't matter where the damage goes. We zap the Zenith. Mobilize finishes. And we're left over with a 5/5. A 5/5 Vigilance Menace, by the way. And when it dies or is put into exile, destruct to 1 target non-land permanent. So any way they kill it, unless they bounce it. We could take out the Dust Animus. Attack for 2 to 21. Pixie, pick up the Animus, I guess. Okay, their own Tragic Trajectory, sure enough. Plot you again. Okay, probably just playing both these guys out again. I don't think we need to attack with the line breaker yet. We're a little bit out of gas. We could use a draw engine or something. Another Zenith, another double spell. Let's see if they go tall or wide. They go tall. 3 to the face. Free block here. If we block with the line breaker, we make the Vondham a 3/3 this turn. Doesn't really help that much. We can take this double block though. Maybe that's okay. Okay, we want him up to 4 power. I don't think I want to throw away the voice here, though. Doesn't fix all our problems. They have a lot of pressure in the air, actually, which is an issue. We don't really have a good way to deal with that. They probably just eat this, yeah. We're a little bit out of gas here. Opponent is also out of gas, but they have 5 power of flyers in the air every turn. Yep. Down to 12. Oh, this is very awkward. I guess if we sack this and make it a 4/4 menace, still doesn't help everything. We just don't have a good clock here. If we throw away everything, we get a big serve on him. Which is maybe worth it, I guess, because we're not doing anything else at this point. Eat the voice, we get a Vondom trigger. Eat the 1/1, we get a Vondom trigger. The 1/1s die, we get a Vondom trigger. We get a little bit of life, which maybe matters. Play this next one out. But we don't need to do it right now. Okay, 7/7 Vigilance Menace. Could be an 8/8 if we play the Legendary. And we're up to 16, which is not so bad. Attack for 5. There's a question if they have nowhere to run in hand. Okay. If they have nowhere to run in hand, you could play around that a little bit, but we're still going to die either way. Let's just get in there. Drop to 4. We go up to 12. They currently have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Could double spell. I don't think we play the last time color. I don't think we can afford the life. We'll see if they have lethal. We have largely whiffed on card draw. So I think they go double spell, +1 everywhere. Swing for 4, 5, 6, 7. No, they don't. Okay. Drop to 7. They're down to 4. They're going to bounce the Animus and replay it, I guess. 5 or more untapped lands. Okay, feels like game to me. Why are we touching this card so much? It's got lifelink and flying. We're touching it a lot. Map token. Land to hand. Voice of Victory doesn't do it. We just have nothing to do here, really. We can attack with our creature. They have flying lethal, so it doesn't really matter. There's no way to gain more life. So that's just game. You can gain a life off the Vondom, play the Legendary, but it just doesn't matter. Okay, swing for 8 in the air. We won't scoop. We'll let him do the thing, I guess, to have his moment. That's exactly lethal. They're not going to play around a removal spell. You're not going to get the Siren there. Okay. A lovely game of Magic. We'll run some more. We'll see if we can get a couple good games, maybe. Let's try again. We'll do a couple more here. The Lone Fox. The seasoned Lone Fox. On the play, looks okay. We'll keep this. All right, land Linebreaker. Then probably, I guess, we could play Sephiroth post-combat. I don't think they want to trade. I think it's a free attack. They could trade to put an artifact in the graveyard for the next Harvester. But I like that guy. That guy's potentially very strong. If you can get it moving. Alright, sure. Attack with Menace. You got it. Mobilize. Do the Sephiroth thing. Sack a token, draw a card. Very good. Down to 13, very good. This artifact enters or is put into a graveyard from the battlefield. You draw a card and lose a life. Down to 12. They have no artifacts in the graveyard for the Rust Harvester though. Torch, sack the thing, kill Sephiroth. Fair play. 2 damage to any target. They go face. Alright. Instead of killing the 1/1. Which maybe would be good in the long run. Okay. We'll keep pressing the attack. One drops to 8. Drop to 17. Drop. Ugh, Dark Confidant. Grim Bauble. Kill the Dark Confidant. -2 on the voice. Another 2 damage to the voice. Interesting. Okay, 1 mana open here. Sack the munitions. Kill one of the voices. Alright. Leaves the Dark Confidant though. Down to 7, draw a card. Okay, top card. Very nice, no complaints. Also acceptable. Yeah, we could have white if we needed it. Drain him for 5. I don't think we quite have lethal here this turn. Right, if we attack all, even if they go block, they take 1, 2, 3, 4. So maybe we'll chill 1 more turn here. Okay. Okay. Two damage to Sephiroth. Two damage again to Sephiroth. That one's interesting. That's also interesting. We don't have enough mana to do both. If we attack all, we sweep their board, basically. We lose the Dark Confidant. Yeah, we only have to attack with 3-ish things. We don't even have to attack with that much at all. Maybe Sephiroth was lethal already. This is 2 mana. These guys are all pretty much good to go. They're going to lose their whole creature board one way or another. Okay, can come in tapped. Sack 2 things. They only lose 2 creatures here. Leave the Rust Harvester. Another Rust Harvester. So they can sack... Let's see, is it lethal? They sack 3 of these things? I think they might actually have lethal here. Because the weapons manufacturing is 4 damage each, is that right? No, maybe not. It's still 2 each. Okay, 7. Yeah, it's only each of these does 2, so down to 5. And then that's it, right? Then we just Sephiroth drain. Okay. That's interesting. Alright, I think we got one more game in us with this deck. And then we'll have only 2 hours left in the event. We gotta go. We gotta go, we gotta go. Easy new subscribe says Pietro Giovanni Castelli. Thank you very much. The Druidon says, thanks for the early look into the new set. Really enjoying your videos like always. Great gameplay and commentary. Just chill and polite. Thank you. Yes, I messed up the rotation on some of the blue and white lands, but hopefully I've fixed that going forward on these latest videos. On the play, land is okay. Curve is okay. Black on 1, line break. Confidant, and then probably just get Sephiroth down. District Mascot, let's go. I don't think they want to trade here. They want to scale up. There's a chance we have to Faller's Faithful, a big creature, and just let them draw. We shall see how that goes. No, just Paw Patch to start. Okay. I don't think we're trading with the mascot, but we don't like how this creature's going to get pretty big here. I don't think we're trading. Oh, they don't even saddle, though. That's weird, right? What the heck? Okay, looks like Sephiroth here. Sack Linebreaker. No attacks. There's a chance we could use the Susur Secundi at some point. I don't know if we can afford to tap that many blockers, but it is a possibility. Dude also runs white though and hasn't drawn any white yet. Trading here isn't the end of the world because we have the next one anyway. It's only gonna get worse for us for a little while. I think this is maybe okay. We have the next Sephiroth in hand anyway. Nice, we can double spell this turn. We can also just zap the mascot while it's young, which I don't mind doing. I think there's a pain land here. We can attack first with a 1/1, I guess. Against Sephiroth. Sack 1/1. Do a little drain, do a little draw. And go ahead and zap this guy. If they play a huge creature, we can always Faithful it. We just prefer not to. Maybe we can Suicide in the Dark Confidant or something first if we had to. Bristly Bill showing up. They're kind of screwed on land though. A 3/3, okay. I think we can do this. And then who are we going to sack? Station, like with the line breaker. And then go to combat. And then do this. And then sack the line breaker we already stationed with. That's not so bad. I'm not anticipating a hasty creature. We can actually station all of our creatures right here. Which is kind of nuts. Did we just do it? I think we did it. Oh, that's a quick animation. I like that. I feel like that's very quick. I feel like usually Magic the Gathering Arena is very slow. So now we have 9 on our station, which is kind of cool. Then we can pay 2 and tap to pay 2 life, sack a creature, draw cards equal to its power. They just got stuck on land the whole time, though. Okay, I think we'll wrap up the video there. We had some hits and misses. Sephiroth's cool. I haven't actually played with that card because I don't think it was good before, but it could actually be playable now. Let's see. What do I think about this deck for you guys? What are my final thoughts? The Sothera, obviously one definitely was very powerful when it worked, but he has to have the right setup, otherwise it's totally dead. I think I liked the Faithful. I think just sacking your 1-drop and drawing 2 cards are pretty good, and you always have the flexibility to zap your opponent's giant creature and like swing for lethal that turn, if you can afford to give them the 2 cards. So I think this card's actually very cool in this deck. We didn't get to see so much with the time color, but replaying it into Sephiroth and Servatum seems very, very good. Yeah, I really liked a lot of the deck. We didn't always get to see it pop off, but I did like it, and I think I would have fun. I think I would actually have fun playing more with it. Whereas usually I'm not a big sacrifice guy, but I think this actually has some good pieces to it. You know, we'll see. It probably just folds to artifacts, right? You probably just get clobbered by artifacts. But other than that, I think it could be pretty good. So we'll try it out more when this set actually releases. If you enjoyed today's video, you can like and subscribe. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.